to be or not to be? That is the question. No, actually, it's not the question. I guess it is the question, World Environment Day. As you may know, the UN declared June 5th World Environment Day about 1972 and started rolling out a day of celebration and work ever since 1973. The theme for this year's World Environment Day is Many Species, One Planet, One Future. And it aligns with the UN's designation of 2010 as the International Year of Biodiversity. And today, earlier today, Rwanda was the host country for the main conference for World Environment Day, the Environment Conservation Conference in Kigali, Rwanda. And I did not know this, but Rwanda is actually a global leader in greening a country. Rwanda is a beautiful, lush area of Africa. It is home to 52 threatened species, including a rare mountain gorilla that Rwanda is working very hard to keep from going into extinction. And they're doing a bunch of other things. You know, Rwanda, like a lot of Africa, has a lot of poverty and a lot of environmental degradation due to land use, improper land use that comes from poverty. And yet, in spite of that, there are a number of initiatives in Rwanda to green the country, including a national ban on non-biodegradable plastic bags. They have a national program to recycle all their trash into cooking bricks, so people in the villages can use that instead of firewood and cutting down rainforest. And they are also developing a lot of renewable energy, biogas, solar, hydropower. They are harvesting their rainwater, and they're doing that in schools, households, and all public institutions. What a concept. Yeah. Hey, Rwanda. We love you. And there's a few other, there's actually events all today across the world. Let me just read you a couple I found, like in Delhi, in India, which actually, according to National Geographic magazine, they released a survey called the Green Dex. They released it about 17 countries they surveyed and did data for, and India ranks #1 as the most eco-friendly consumer population in the world. Guess who's number 17?
We went that high?
United States, we're at the bottom of the list in terms of being eco-friendly when it comes to our consumption. But India, the Department of Environment organized a sustainable transport rally, which included bicycles, electric cars, and electric bikes. China, in Hong Kong, they convened the Environmental Campaign Committee with a series of seminars on global climate change and water conservation in China. And they held the first ever World Estuaries Alliance conference in Shanghai, and they're pressing for a whole new series of regulation on estuaries to protect the ecosystems, and trying to get engineers and environmentalists to work together whenever there's infrastructure going on near the mouth of a river. So China is looking at water conservation and preservation of estuaries. Kabul. Children went on a hike in the Shah Faladi protected area, which is in the Hindu Kush central Afghanistan region. And when they got back to their village, they had a big celebration at their community garden in Kabul. And they had a lecture on biodiversity in Kabul. And finally, in Tehran, a group of women went and helped clean and repair a wetland near Tehran and conducted a seminar, especially for women, on their role in green life and sustainable development. So those are some of the things that are going on today for World Environment Day. Finally, I just wanted to do a couple of introductions. If we could just have the house lights up, those just a little bit. I am the Executive Director of the Pikes Peak Justice and Peace Commission. Many of you know me as the Chair of the Green Cities Coalition. There is a difference, but I am the same guy. And the main thing I want to say as the Executive Director of the Pikes Peak Justice and Peace Commission is that nonviolence, social justice, and sustainability are all wound together. And that's what the JMP has been trying to promote for 32 years in the Pikes Peak region. The connection of all those things. You know, poverty is really bad for the environment. And war is really bad for the environment. And so when we want to try to make some progress environmentally, we need to keep in mind all of these things are related. And the more a nonviolent and just world we can create around the world, the better we have a chance of sustaining and passing something on to our children and grandchildren. I wanted to let any of the board members from JMP, I know there's some here, stand up. Who do I got here from